Wow, it's live. Oh, snap. Alright, so I didn't post this anywhere because this is just purely to test out my setup here. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna draw for a few minutes and see how this all comes out. And hopefully YouTube doesn't, block all my audio because I'm playing music. So let's see how this all works. And I'm gonna switch over to my overhead camera and see what happens. All right. How bad is this audio of hearing me roll over here? All right. I don't really have a plan for what I'm gonna draw, but I don't know. I was drawing Daredevil the other day. I guess we could keep it marbly. Maybe do like a Frazetta-ish Wolverine. That feels right, right? How's this coming out? Not great. Let's see if I can change my white point a little bit here. Well, that's not better. All right, I'm just gonna have to draw more. That's okay. Do something Wolverine-ish. Just see how we feel in a few minutes. And hey, look, nobody chatting. Again, this was not announced. This is purely just kind of a technical test. If somebody watches this again in 50 years and wonders, wow, this guy really is not popular. We're assuming this is gonna last for 50 years, it's gonna be online the whole time. Remember, kids, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. How's this going? Is this more visible? Sure. All right. So today I'm drawing with a B lead in this, which is my, let's try it up here, E-motion, oop, pencil. That's bad. We're gonna work on that. But hey, there it is. This is like a 1.3 millimeter. I just like it lately. I think he should be facing more this way. Try to draw kind of some skull shape going on here. Angry eyes. Head feels kind of small so far, so let's kind of bulk that up. Shoulders to be kind of tipped forward a little bit. This whole posture to be kind of forward. So let's start working on that. I'm working really, really loose and sketchy because I'm just kind of finding the form and seeing what works here. The arm. Now there's probably some much more professional comic book artists out there who will just like lay this down, and I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. You're probably working on it too. That's okay. Wide mouth, kind of a big grimace going on here. Kind of put in the eyes. I'll kind of pin this down as a person. All right. Start erasing out some stuff. We're gonna lighten this down. I'm keeping some of my kind of anatomical hallmarks. Base of the pecs here. And on the top of the abs here. And right around here is going to be kind of the base of the rib cage. I think a lot of that's going to kind of end up being in shadow. That's okay. I think that works for what we're doing. I'm thinking like a belt type situation. I have to look up some references for that because Wolverine's had a lot of costumes over the years. Lighten up the face somewhat. Just kind of start to figure that out a little better. All right, this is making sense. That grimace going here. Give him a lot of character in his nose. Emphasize the bridge. And yeah, start to kind of get this grimace going here. I don't remember who said this, but they said only when you're drawing like animals or like a bestial kind of character will you actually render out all of the teeth. I do not remember where I heard this, but I think that it's generally pretty true. So Wolverine, however, is this very bestial kind of feral character, and so part of what kind of helps sell that, I think, is to give him really emphasize his teeth, give him a sort of animalistic growling kind of vibe. Ears, sometimes the ears can be emphasized a little bit. That helps kind of sell a, angry kind of animalistic vibe. And of course, the chops. Widow's Peak. And probably what I'm going to do here is I got to kind of ruminate on that area a little bit. I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds of rendering that, because I think I still have some scale issues. I think that he's generally too wide, like his head and face is too small for his frame. But I'm not going to worry about that too much, because again, we're just testing. So yeah, at this stage, we're just worrying about like proportions. I think his shoulders are really big. I think that's what's kind of messing up that sense of scale and proportion here. It's also kind of staring right down the barrel of the camera. I'm gonna rework this face substantially because that's just not there yet. Mouth too big. All right, not gonna worry about that just now. Keep going to the body a little bit. Let's figure out this arm. What's this arm doing? And I didn't really do any thumbnailing or anything, and that's not a great idea here. But figure that out as we go. I'm gonna change the whole kind of posture of the side here, and that's gonna kind of affect the whole torso. Again, keeping it really sketchy. How's this looking? All right, this is all looking fine. Am I still in the shot? All right, good, I am. Cool. I'm liking the torso a lot more now. And just tighten some things up around here. All right. And the arm is going to kind of end up a little more forward here. All right, rib cage is kind of gonna come across like this, and that's gonna push the hips kind of this way. So this leg can continue to kind of live here. This one, on the other hand, I think it might come like down. A little more action there. Yeah, let's kind of turn the body this way. Let's erase some of this out a little bit. Figure this out. Okay. To making a little more sense. All right, I'm thinking now I'm gonna go ahead and rework the face, because now we have kind of a line of action, which this is something you should do first. And I didn't do that, so now I'm paying the price, and I'm erasing out some stuff that I already had. All right, this is making a little more sense here. All right, so how do I draw faces? Kind of a Loomis method type deal. And get our temple right here, our cheekbone right here. All right. And the eyes are inside of this orbit, right? There's a center line. There's math for like exactly how the nose falls relative to like the pupils. I don't recall those rules off the top of my head. They're out there to be found. So I think I want him to have a pretty prominent brow. So this comes further over. This will sort of push that mass forward this way. And nose. not too kind of evil looking. So the thing with Wolverine is like the way that a lot of the way that he was kind of depicted in the 80s was like very ugly, like very feral, very animalistic. And, you know, obviously over time, you know, Hugh Jackman's very handsome. Like, it sort of modified that, like, perception of who he is as being, like, rugged and handsome. So I'm gonna try to go a little bit more in that direction. So he's not quite so beastly. He's a little more handsome. I'm kind of inadvertently establishing a slightly different light source here. And I'm gonna kind of just like go with it and see where it takes me. It's kind of coming from forward and a little bit down. And I'm just gonna kind of vibe with it and see if it works for the rest of this piece. But these are decisions I kind of have to start making now. It's one of those things that's either it's going to go really well and be cool. I don't think this is it. And furthermore, I'm gonna have to go in a minute. So this test might be done kind of right about now. He's looking evil. Just maybe not the vibe I want. think that's good enough for a test. Yeah. I'm gonna switch back over to this side. And hey, it's me. And I'm sweaty now. But I think that's about as far as this one's gonna go. Yeah. Thanks for watching in the future if you watch. Rock on. It's like, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.